All right, you nerds. So today I've been pretty bored and I've been seeing this thing on Instagram, and it's like this filter that people have been using with this sound virginity syndrome, where they'll just put this filter on them and see what characters they would get, right? And it's split off into threes. So what we're doing today is whatever the top one is, the top layer, that's gonna be the total head, and then we'll try to create a little amalgamation of those three characters that it gives us and see what it would look like if we actually put them all together. All right, so for the first one we have Gohan and Sagemonarta with Aoyama or something like that from My Hero Academia. Right off the bat, I just went online and I just searched up like just the face of said character, and I just took that. I am like terrible at Photoshop. This is like I think my first time really trying at Photoshop, like trying to do something. Mostly everything here, like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just had to search up what I wanted to do it. But there could have been a lot better ways of trying to do this faster and not look as dirty. Yeah, like right now I'm just trying to recreate the headband, like as best as I can, trying to fill it in, trying to get rid of the hair, make it look like it's supposed to look like that. I think this is like my favorite part, is kind of just like filling in the face and making it disappear. Picking this picture of um bungee gum guy over here from Hunter x Hunter was probably like the worst mistake I could have done, because it looks like he's like in a cave or some sort, and there's like this greenish shadow on him. So then when I was trying to like erase his face, like it was really hard to. I just don't know how to blend colors. So I was like, I don't know how to do this properly. So I just like put a bunch of blotches of the same color that's like reflecting on him from within that cave, and I just said this is good enough for me, and I left it like that. I'm like, this is not that important, not that serious, not that deep. So once I got to this point, I started thinking, oh, I'm gonna try to keep Aoyama's hair, and I'm gonna try to like match Mr. Pervert over here's hair, like red hair. And I was just thinking about it, contemplating it. But once I got up to doing it, you'll see that it was probably like the worst decision I could have made. Yeah, here's when I started. I'm like, okay, let me just start filling this in. And I'll leave the shadows in, so that's when it's gonna be like the bluish tint on his hair from since he's like in the cave, the shadow. And I'd immediately got rid of it. I scrapped it. I'm like, this looks so dumb. And I just got rid of it. I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it as is. And here's like what I left it as, the final image. Alright, so the second thing we have is Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, Luffy from One Piece, and again, Aoyama from My Hero Academia. At first, I was trying to find this image, and I found the perfect one. It was in Pinterest, or yeah, Pinterest. But I have to make an account to download the image, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And I just came back to it, and I just screenshot it instead, after not being able to find a better image or a similar one. I'm like, I don't want to make an account to Pinterest right now. Picking the most wide-eyed version of Luffy I could get with his huge pupils just staring into your soul. Again, starting with erasing the face, and I tried like kind of blending in that line that I made from just filling in his face with all that same color. Alright, for our final one, today is gonna be Itachi from Naruto, Deku, and Naruto. So two from Naruto, and then one from My Hero. So let's see. I think this is probably my favorite one, or one. Yeah, probably like my favorite one because he just looks so silly. I tried to get one of Deku that was like more or less serious, not just like happy eyed. Since he's an Akatsuki now, he's become the greatest Akatsuki the world has ever known. 1 point I was debating if I should like somehow add in the Sharingans into Deku's eyes, but I decided not to because I was too lazy. Let me know if I should do that. That sounds funny. This was probably like one of the easiest and fastest one to make. It was just like almost no work, just kind of adding in and then just kind of like putting a layer on top of another, and just maybe erasing some parts. Like there's nothing that tricky. Like there's not much in the way. I'm just like adding one thing to another. Like Naruto's face, I just had to like keep the lines on his cheeks and his mouth, and that's it. Here's a final picture of the Deku Itachi, and as a little bonus, here's Sasuke. I did earlier.